Okay, so what will you need to create wealth is a new language for money and wealth, right? So let's look at the first language, the new word that you'll have to learn. The first one is income. So what is income? Can some people write down in the chat box, what is income for you? Santosh, this webinar is for you as well. There is a lot more coming up. We are just talking about some basic ideas. So somebody says salary, Himakshi says it's a hard-earned money, Atul says salary. The amount of money we earn by giving service in terms of doing money or doing something, right? Got it. Monthly rents, reward in exchange of time, says Amrit. All right. So this, most of your, okay, Yogesh says revenue generation on daily or monthly or yearly basis. All right, got it. So money coming in. So most of you, what you'll have said is income is money that you earn, a salary, right? Now we will slightly change that definition. We are making a new definition for income, a definition of income that will promote sound investments and long-term wealth creation. So how we are going to define income is that any asset or anything which gives you money, which gives you money in your pocket is, sorry, my mistake. Income is any amount of money, that a fixed amount of money that comes in a fixed amount of time. All right, is that clear? Fixed amount of money, fixed amount of time, right? So for example, your salary is an income. It comes every month at the same amount, same time of the month, and at the same amount. Parthav, your interests and dividends will not be an income as per our new definition, because dividends are not a fixed duration. It can come sometimes twice a month, sometimes twice a year, sometimes it might come only once a year. Kabhi companies don't even give dividends, right? So that will not be an income. That will be a profit that you generate out of your investments. All right. So let's look at the next one. So your primary income is your, what you mostly, jo ghar chalate na, salary bolte hai, that is your primary income. And then if you look at it, you have something called secondary income. So can you give me some examples of secondary income? You can put in the chat box. So rent, right? Rental properties, rent. Okay, Pankaj, Nitin, got it. Interest on fixed deposits. All right, got it. Pankaj, dividend. We just spoke about that. Your dividend will not be an income. The amount as well as the frequency is not fixed. Shailinda, trading in shares will also, how is that going to be an income? Profit मतलब कभी कम भी हो सकता है, कभी ज्यादा भी हो सकता है, तो fixed duration or fixed amount नहीं है. Balkrishna says a part-time job. Got it. So that can also be there. Ramchandra Naik, again, commission will not be an income because that is subject to when you make that sale, right? So you might sometimes make more sales, sometimes make less sales. So the amount is not fixed, right? So secondary income examples will be, correct, will be things like your rental properties, your fixed deposit interest, something like that will be your secondary income. Now your secondary source of income is going to be the key to wealth creation. Why am I saying that, right? If you notice, almost all your money from your primary income, that is your salary, if for most people at least, if you have a family, you're living in a big city or you somewhere, most of your money goes towards your expenses. Very little money is saved. Now, if your amount that you put small only to invest, you're going to get lesser returns in the future, right? So your secondary source of income, which is your additional income, if you can invest that will only give you a large corpus to create wealth in the future. Okay, let's look at some more terms, right? So assets versus liabilities. Now, what are assets? According to you, as per your understanding, what is an asset? So Pankaj says a house owned, all right. Gaurav says capital, got it. Balkrishna says milkat. Sorry, Balkrishna, I don't understand. What does milkat mean? All right. Shailendra says property, residential, commercial. Balkrishnan says property on gold. Arun Chaube says what provides an income, right? Correct. Anything that gives capital gains, inherited property is an asset. Really, Himakshi, you think inherited property is always an asset? Sometimes if you inherit a property which is stuck in a lot of litigation, it might actually be a big liability. But anyway, so how we are now newly going to define asset is anything that provides you an income, puts money in your pocket, is an asset. No, Gaurav, working capital will not be an asset, right? We are redefining asset. We are redefining asset today. For the rest of the webinar, and I in fact invite you to take on this way of thinking for life. Your assets are only those things that you own that provide you, or that you have that provide you an income. That means a fixed amount of money in a fixed duration of time. And conversely, liabilities hogi, things that you have, jahan pe paisa ja raha hai, money that is going out of your pocket will be your liability. So someone, I think Pankaj earlier said the home that you own is now a liability or an asset. Car loan. Got it. So the home you own is a liability, right? Because you are paying money for maintenance, you're paying taxes, you're paying the upkeep. That takes money out of your pocket. You're not getting an income out of that. Rent, yes. If it's a fully owned property, and your rate of return on, your rent is more than say your expenses, yes, that will then be an asset. So here's the important thing, right? I need you to now start making these connections to your life, not just theoretical, not just things that we read in books and stuff like that. But yes, Amrit, royalty and patents will also be assets, right? But bonds could be assets, right? Yes, actually most bonds will be assets, yes. So now if you look at it, you look at your life, right? The things that we spend our money on, mostly, whether it is for our lifestyle or whether it is what we consider investments and savings, are we buying assets or are we buying liabilities? Liabilities, right? Got it, right? So, Diwali is coming. Yeah, I get it, Pankaj. We should buy assets, right? In the perfect world, we should buy only assets. But अपनी लाइफ में देखो ना, आप एसेट ले रहे हो, खरीद रहे हो कि लाइबिलिटीज खरीद रहे हो? दिवाली आ रहा है और आपने आईफोन खरीदा है, तो वो एसेट है कि लाइबिलिटी है? Right. Our lifestyles, our thinking, our programming is to keep spending money on liabilities. Now, I'm not saying don't buy phones and don't buy TVs and don't spend money on yourself, right? But at least at the time of making these purchases, are you being aware that where your money goes is actually a liability and not an asset? And most times now we are masters at fooling ourselves into believing it like actually it is an asset. Okay. All right. So how many of you know rule of 72? Say I in the chat box, please. Himakshi doesn't know. Got it. Some Balkrishna has heard of it also, right? So most of you have heard it, right? So I'll quickly go through this. So the rule of 72 says that the time it takes to double your money is 72 divided by the rate of return. Got it? The time to double your money is 72 divided by the rate of return, right? So now earlier somebody said few of you said fixed deposits and interest you earn on your fixed deposit is an income. ठीक है, तो आज के दिन में FDs पे कितना मिल रहा है rate of return? Around 6%. Got it? So now 72 divided by 6 कितना होता है? Correct. Balakrishnan, the law of 72 says that the time it takes to double your investment, to double your money, is 72 divided by the rate of return. So for example, if in a fixed deposit, if you are getting 6% from the bank, then it will take you 12 years to double your money. So if you invest 1 lakh today, it will take you 12 years to make it 2 lakhs. All right. However, at the same time, the converse of this law is that the time it takes for your expenses to double, your cost of life, your cost of living, your lifestyle to double is also 72 divided by the rate of inflation. So in today's time, what is the rate of inflation? क्या चल रहा है अभी inflation? Shailendra says 6%. Nitin says 7 to 18%, 8%. Swati is in 16. Swati, I think you have done our webinar before. Maybe that's why you could say that, right? Parthav says 5%, right? Okay, got it. Now, I am not talking about some number of rate of inflation that the government provides in its reports. See, the government calculates its prices based on wholesale price index. Now, you and I don't buy rice, anaj, wheat at wholesale prices. The money, I am talking about the inflation that affects you personally. So if last year you were buying vegetables for some price, what rate has that grown? How much have movie tickets become more expensive in a year's time? How much have restaurants become more expensive? That rate has not gone up 5, 6, 8%. It's gone up much more. It's gone up almost 15%, 16%. Do you agree with me? Your children's school fees don't go up 4%, 5%. Tell me, like if for some of you who have children, do your fees over a long-term period go up only 4, 5%, 6%? No, right? That's the expense you pay. So Atul says 10%, right? So let's take 10%. If you now look at the law of 72, 72 divided by 7 कितना होता है? Around 7%, 7 years, sorry. If we start on the lower side, chalo, some people said 10, so I'm taking it on the lower side. In fact, it's more, but we'll take it with 10. If you divide 72 by 10% rate of inflation, your cost of living, your cost of living doubles every 7 years. Fixed deposit में पैसा double होता है 12 साल में, और inflation में इसके वजह से आपका cost of living, your lifestyle doubles in every 7 years. So tell me, by keeping your money in a fixed deposit, are you getting an income? Is that an asset or does that become a liability? Got it. Good. Thank you, Parthav. It's a liability, right? You're losing money. ऐसा लगता नहीं है because you get your bank statement. उसमें तो number is a bigger number. The number has grown, but that value of that number is less. So this is just some basics, okay? Some new language. So from now on, my invitation is start looking at income as in the new definition that we provided, right? Similarly with assets and liabilities.